Hey, but if you're over 60 or training someone who is, stop doing any workout that treats your body like it's 25 again. I'm not saying stop exercising, far from it. Exercise saves lives. But there are 5 common exercises or exercise patterns that many seniors keep doing the wrong way. And over time, they can put unnecessary strain on the heart or expose you to sudden risks. In this video, I'll show each one, explain why it's risky, teach you a safer version, and give a one-line daily rule you can start using today. Stay until the end. The last tip is one you probably think is healthy, but done the wrong way, it's quietly dangerous. Later, I'll share a simple breathing cue that prevents the worst blood pressure spikes from lifting. And it takes 3 words. Exercise number 1, maxing out heavy lifts, breath holding, Valsalva. What many people call lifting heavy, 1 rep max squats, max deadlifts, grinding out a huge chest press while holding your breath, produces enormous, very rapid blood pressure spikes. When you hold your breath and strain, the Valsalva maneuver, your chest pressure rises, venous return changes, and the arterial pressure can jump dramatically for those seconds. For older adults, especially if you have high blood pressure, narrowing arteries, or heart disease, those spikes can trigger dangerous events. Why it matters? Repeated episodes of extreme pressure stress the vascular system and can precipitate unstable angina, stroke, or arrhythmia in vulnerable hearts. You may feel lightheaded, see spots, or actually faint. Safer alternative: switch to moderate resistance, higher repetitions, and use controlled breathing. Exhale on the effort, inhale on the return. Use machines or supported movements and avoid maximal single rep attempts unless you're assessed and supervised by a trainer and cardiologist. One-line rule: never hold your breath while straining. Breathe out on exertion. Exercise number 2, ultra long endurance, daily marathon pace running, extreme cardio. Long hours of endurance training, think repeated marathons, ultramarathons, or daily hours of max effort cardio, can cause structural and electrical remodeling of the heart over years. Studies link prolonged, high-volume endurance exercise with a higher incidence of atrial fibrillation and irregular heartbeat compared with moderately active people. That doesn't mean shorter, regular aerobic sessions are bad, only that very high lifetime volumes can increase risk for rhythm problems in some people. Why it matters? Atrial fibrillation raises stroke risk and can cause palpitations, breathlessness, and fatigue. Older hearts with pre-existing plaque or scarring are more vulnerable. Safer alternative: aim for the AHA-style sweet spot. Regular moderate aerobic activity, brisk walking, cycling, water aerobics, totaling about 150 minutes per week. And if you want longer sessions, alternate intensity and build gradually. If you love long races, get periodic cardiac checkups, ECG, echo, and talk with a sports cardiology specialist. One-line rule: quality beats endless quantity. Keep weekly volume reasonable and get checked if you build up big mileage. Exercise number 3, unsupervised all-out HIIT and sprint-style classes. High-intensity interval training, HIIT, can be an incredible tool, and research shows it can be safe and effective, but only when prescribed and supervised for older adults or people with known cardiac risk. Unsupervised sprint intervals, boot camp classes, or spin sessions that demand sudden maximal effort can acutely raise cardiac load, and in an unfit senior, they can act as a trigger for an adverse event. The literature supports HIIT and cardiac rehabilitation when delivered correctly, but warns against jumping in without screening. Why it matters? An older adult who has been relatively sedentary can be pushed past safe limits by a coach or playlist. The result is excess stress on the heart and blood vessels, with symptoms like chest tightness, heavy breathlessness, or fainting. Safer alternative: use moderated intervals. Shorter high-effort bursts at a perceived exertion you can hold, followed by full recovery. Do an initial screening. Ask your GP about an exercise stress test if you have cardiac history. Prefer supervised HIIT in a clinical/controlled environment first. One-line rule. HIIT is not all out for seniors. Scale, screen, supervise. Exercise number 4. Exercising in extreme heat or hot yoga. Bikram, heated classes, approximately 3 minutes. Older people don't thermoregulate as well as younger people. Heat makes the heart work harder. Blood is shunted to the skin to cool you, heart rate rises, and if you're dehydrated or on certain medications, your cardiovascular stress balloons. Heat waves are strongly associated with increased cardiovascular deaths among older adults. In heated workout environments, hot yoga or exercising, midday outdoors in heat can produce unsafe strain. Avoid intense workouts in hot, humid conditions. Why it matters. Dehydration and heat stress can cause dizziness, dangerously low blood pressure when you stand, or worsen heart failure. They also increase clot and stroke risk in vulnerable people. Safer alternative: exercise indoors in a cool space, choose water-based workouts, swimming, water aerobics, hydrate proactively, and avoid strenuous activity during the hottest parts of the day. If your medication includes diuretics or beta blockers, ask your doctor about heat safety. One-line rule. When it's hot, move indoors, hydrate, and lower intensity. Exercise number 5. High-impact plyometrics, fast twists, and sudden explosive moves. Exercises that involve sudden explosive movement, box jumps, high-impact aerobics, fast lateral shuffles, can both increase cardiovascular load and raise the risk of falls or chest trauma. Vigorous physical exertion can act as a trigger for sudden cardiac events in a small number of older adults, especially when combined with imbalance, coronary artery disease, or poor conditioning. While these moves are popular in younger classes, seniors are more often harmed by sudden maximal exertion or an awkward landing that causes a cardiac or orthopedic emergency. Why it matters. Sudden intense exertion can precipitate arrhythmia or an acute coronary syndrome in someone with previously silent heart disease. And a fall or chest impact can make a bad situation worse. Safer alternative. Prefer low-impact cardio, elliptical, recumbent bike, swimming, and controlled functional movements that improve balance and power slowly. Sit to stand, step-ups at slow pace. If you want plyometric benefits, use low height, controlled single reps, and progress over weeks. One-line rule: replace high-impact explosiveness with controlled power training and balance work. Quick safety checklist: what to do today. Screen. If you're over 60 or have risk factors, hypertension, diabetes, chest pain, shortness of breath with activity, get medical clearance. Breathe, exhale during exertion. Avoid breath holding on heavy lifts. Scale. Swap max lifts for moderate resistance. Swap marathons for consistent weekly aerobic minutes. Cool and hydrate. Never heavy exercise in extreme heat. Sip fluids before, during, after. Supervise. Try new high-intensity work under supervision or in medically supervised programs. To repeat the bottom line, don't stop moving, but stop doing the wrong versions of certain exercises. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and hit the bell. I'll make a follow-up showing a 7-minute safe senior strength circuit with breathing cues and rep ranges. You can do at home. Remember the 3-word breathing tip I promised? Exhale on effort. That simple tweak prevents the worst blood pressure spikes from lifting and makes strength training safe for most seniors. Want that 7-minute circuit now? Comment circuit below and I'll drop it next.